Hello! In this video I'm gonna explain several things that happened to me. Bad things. Basically, 3 or 4 years ago I had this very bad conflict with with psychiatrists. Police would come up to me and just take me there with force, and then they put me into beds and inject me very bad stuff, like just not good. This is one of the most horrible things that can happen to you. And so this went on and on. In those 3 years, I think it was 20 times I was put in. It was 20 times police would come to me for no reason and get me into psychiatry. And yes, some examples. I was just living on the street, and I was not having enough food and not having a place to sleep, and so then I went to some kind of restaurant, or I don't know what, like a little restaurant, yeah. And there, I just stood there, and they said nothing, but they were not amused or something. I was just cold, and then they called the police without me knowing, and then they came, and I didn't talk because I was kind of in a meditative state, and they just took me, and at the police station I was, they wanted to get me inspected by a doctor, and for that purpose they wanted to get me undressed, and I didn't want that, and I tried to defend myself, but I didn't hit them or something. I just put my arms away when they tried to get them, and it ended up with 15 people jumping at me, or maybe 10, and they just to get me unclothed, and so then they injected me some kind of stuff. I was already on the bed. It took like 20 minutes for them to get that done, because I was just so against it. And yeah, after the injection, I was in the hospital for like 3 or 4 days, and afterwards they put me into psychiatry, where I remained for like 8 weeks or so, and during that time I was they put me onto beds again for no reason. Like you have they cuff your arms, both of your arms, both of your legs. You lie they're like that, and you also have one of these like cuffs, or the like your gut is also cuffed, like with the piece of cotton. And so getting injected these substances will result, at least for me and for almost anybody, or pretty much anybody who's gotten them, in very bad things. For me, it was like it's so tedious. It's like Parkinson. It's like it's the it's hard to explain. But this is, I believe, it's one of the worst things you can do to anyone. Like this. And so, yeah, I was just not complying with what the police said to me. And well, yeah, after these 20 times, it's and so also I didn't get any ID for the past 5 years, just because my parents are Russian, and Russia says I'm not Russian, and Germany says I'm not German. And they put me into prison recently. I'd been there for half a year, and well, basically for no reason. Yeah, I was sitting in the train, and yeah, I didn't have I had a ticket, but it was I wrote a different name on it. and then the police came, and yeah, it was one of these tickets. You buy it and you can go around for the whole day. You can take trains for the whole day, and then, but no, is I did I wrote on it a joke name because I don't have an ID anyway, and it was my last connection to home. And yeah, I didn't sleep in the night, and then the police came, and I yeah, I was biting the police officer in his arm, like that, and he had like some itch or something, like, yeah, he had the little itch there, and yeah, then they wanted me to pay money, but I couldn't, and I didn't, and then they put me to prison, and in prison I had they didn't give me vegan food because they said it's not I'm not justified. I don't have I'm not there's no legal obligation for them to give me vegan food. And so after 10 weeks or so, I hit someone onto his shoulder because yeah, I didn't get any food really. I only got some bread every day, and some rice and some noodles. Yeah, maybe some fruit 2 times a week or 3 times a week. Maybe 2 apples or so. And yeah, and that guy that I hit, he threatened in the second week. He threatened me because I asked him for food, and he said if I'd ask again, he would mess up my face. And then, yeah, after I hit him in the shoulder, he hit me into my face, and then basically they put me into a cell afterwards, and I had serious brain damage, and the cell was so I had to sleep on the ground. There was nothing in the cell but the toilet. I wasn't allowed to shower. Only first 2 weeks was once a week, and then they put me into another cell where 24 hours a day there was a person sitting behind a window, and they turned off the toilet flush. I wasn't able to shower or brush my teeth for 3 weeks. and every day I was screaming out like like I was about to die, because my brain, it it just stopped to work, really. It just, like, it was like I was shaking and screaming, and there were tensions through my whole body, and it was because of that hit. Yeah, and well, and there were loads of things happening. This is like, it's not just one thing that I'm telling you, that this is, these things happen to me all the time. Yeah, I don't get any social benefits or so, because of them saying, "Oh, I'm not German," or something, or I'm like, I don't have an ID, and that's why I don't get. Yeah, I'm also waiting. I've been waiting so long for those Kurds to get my ID things done, but no, they they just do nothing, I suppose. And so I live here on this. Well, I recently had been to Austria, where they put me into prison for not having an ID also, and yeah, that was so gruesome. I tried to break out, and while climbing down, I fell down and broke this hand. Yeah, and afterwards they said that it was an attempt to kill myself, but that was not true. And yeah, that's not true what they said. And then they put me into the same cell situation like I was before in Germany, but yeah, they also hit me several times. Yeah, the I was there in the cell, and they put me in one in which there was no toilet flush, and there was a little 30 times 30 centimeters hole in the door, which like a thing that you could close, and that one it was open for a few hours, and I stick my head out, because the smell in the cell was so disgusting and unbearable, and so I stick it out, and then one of these police officers came and said, oh, get your head back in. And then I said, no, it's too unbearable. And then he said, okay, you get it back or I hit you. And he hit me several times, and then more and more police officers came, and then they all said some right extremist things to me, like oh, you're not supposed to be in this country. People who can't afford the costs of surgery, they are not welcome here. And yes, the what else? Yeah, they all said these things that yeah, that's no. Well, and they all watched him hitting me, and later on I did a hunger strike, hunger and thirst strike. I said, okay, I'm not eating, not drinking, let me out or I'm gonna die. And for 1.5 days I did this. I was getting so bad. I like this was. I was shaking on the ground, and I wasn't able to breathe for minutes, or for 1 minute, several times. And also I said that I would inflict wounds to myself every 2 or 3 hours, and I did that twice or 3 times by with my fingernails and by biting. And yeah. Yeah. I will show you the place I stay right now. Basically, it's a little. It's close to the rail. Here. This is some burnt garden cabins. As you can see, it's quite morbid, but yeah, it also stinks. But it's well, it's okay and cool, and it's not too great. There's little yeah. Alright, so this yeah. There's a road right there, and a lot of cars coming by, and the rails, and yeah, um yeah, I have to go begging every day. It's yeah, it's like that. Yeah, and I'm not in a good shape of health. Really, this brain damage goes on until now, and yeah, it's bad. It's really like, I don't know. This badness comes in waves, and it's yeah, I'm sometimes shaking and screaming, and oh. Okay.